One thing that I know that I can definitely get better at, and that I'm really working on becoming a better leader, is delegation.
Yeah.
Before I would delegate, and I realized, I would just like task dump and wouldn't communicate like the vision and the expectation of how I'd want it to look like when it's finished, and just expect, the team member to just know what's inside my brain, right? Yeah. And then I'd get frustrated when it would be done right, because I'd go and be doing other things, and that was just poor leadership on my end. So what would be some power tips you have on delegation?
Well, let's back up one step. And to me, this starts with recruiting and attracting the right people.
Yeah.
See, when you work with me, it's a lifestyle. It's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's a way of life. We were here last night doing an event till 10 o'clock at night. And then
Nice.
we're back here the next day.
That's awesome.
We don't whine. We don't complain. We don't make excuses. We may be in 6 different cities in 5 days. You follow what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
I'm only looking for Navy SEAL type people.
Yeah.
I'm at the point in my life that I don't have tolerance for laziness. I don't have tolerance for people that make excuses. So to me, building culture is about recruiting and attracting the right people first. If you go all the way back to Collins when he wrote Good to Great, he said, you first get the right people on the bus.
Yeah. Then you figure out what seat.
And then you get them in the right seat on the bus. But here's the interesting part they didn't talk about a lot, and people don't talk about, is once you get the right people on the bus, they don't care where the bus is going. They just want to be on it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
They buy in.
I remember being in Riviera Maya, Mexico, 2012, original 10X conference, 60 to 70 people there. It's me, Cardone, his wife, at that time my girlfriend, who's now my wife, Bradley, his wife, all these people. And I'm looking around at these people Cardone has. And I said, man, where'd you get these people at? They're rabid. You know what I'm saying? Like they're wild, but they're rabid. Like they're on fire. And he's like, what do you mean, man? What do you mean? And I'm like, where did you, these people are so committed, dedicated, right? Like, how are you doing it? That's what I wanted to know. And it took me 2012 to now, 8 years to figure out. I go out into the marketplace and I say, this is who I am. This is what I believe, right? Now, who believes the same things I do? Who wants to do something big? Who wants to be challenged at work, right? Who wants to go all the way? Who wants to be a national and international player? And if you do, come on. Now, if you're interested in playing local or scared or you don't want to work hard, then get out, right?
Yeah.
Because here's what he said. He said something nobody's ever said to me. He said, man, we don't ever talk about leadership. Ever. He said, I don't ever talk about culture. Ever. These are just people I attract. Right? That's they awesome. Know who's in charge, and they know what kind of culture I expect. And the results speak for themselves. I'm a very results-oriented person. To me, Zach's on my team, you got a target, man. And you got to hit that target every 90 days. I like you, but if you don't hit that target, we can hang out, we can go have lunch, but you don't need to be on my team.
Yeah.
And I always joke and say I'm looking for Navy SEALs, not baby SEALs. and that's me because I'm a tough-minded. I'm a former championship basketball coach.
Right.
It's like I ain't messing around, man.
Yeah.
I got big goals.
Yeah.
I got a short time to get there.
You play to win championships.
Yeah. So I want championship caliber players.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, part of my culture is when you come here, it's a way of life. Where certain things we believe, right? We're going to take it all the way. Okay. You got to have enormous amounts of emotional toughness, and you got to have longevity to fight through your fatigue. You see what I'm saying?
Amen.
Most people do what I do, take Fridays off, or, I was on the road, so I need a couple days to recover. And that ain't me, man.
Yeah.
When I'm in town, I'm going to be here. Yeah. And when I ain't here, I'm going to be somebody coaching somewhere, right? And when I'm with my family, I'm with my family, right? And so I don't believe in balance. I believe in intentional congruence.
That's the nugget right there.
And intentional congruence is where everything feeds everything. Last night, my wife's up here. My new son is up here with us. Right, I'm taking my daughter, looking at real estate. My life is, I want it all tying in.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? What we do it as a whole unit, and everybody's involved. So my wife runs the health division of our company, right? And and so it's one of those things that my life is different than other people's lives, because here's what I told my wife: we're not going to live an ordinary life.
Amen.
If you want to live an ordinary life, marry somebody else. We're going to live an extraordinary life. And to live an extraordinary life, it's going to be required a little extra. That's why it's called extraordinary.
Effort.
Going to be a little extra. But here's the deal. It's going to be extra sweet.
Yeah. Amen.
It's going to be extra sweet. And my wife said, I'm in.
That's what's up.
And so when I push hard and I say, and it gets tough, and I say, remember when you said we're going to live extraordinary life? This is why we're doing this. This is why I got to go do this. This is why I got to get on a call. This is why I got to get on a plane. This is why I got to push my message.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be extra, man. It's going to be extra sweet.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.